Hi, Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. I gotta get this off my chest, man. I gotta talk that talk. But before I do that, I want to say God bless to each and every one of you that's in the building. You know what I mean? Without God, we would not be here. And hopefully everybody has a wonderful day. And yeah. So, as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, I got a lot to say, man. I'm not gonna make this live stream too long. But I got to talk that talk. And I'm going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. So whether or not you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. I always say that sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. So if you feel in the vibes, consider subscribing. But I got to talk that talk real quick, y'all. No, the Vikings should not fire KOC. We should not fire our head coach. No. The Minnesota Vikings should not fire our GM, Kwesi. No. I think it's too early right now to fire our head coach and our GM. We have to let more time go by. We have to be a little bit more patient. I understand Kwesi is 0-2 in the playoffs. He hasn't done anything in the playoffs. Let's keep it real, right? But he hasn't had the quarterback that he really wanted. I'm pretty sure this is the quarterback he wants in JJ McCarthy. They wouldn't have drafted him 10th overall in the 2024 NFL draft if they didn't think he was the guy. So I feel like we have to be a little bit more patient when it comes to KOC, when it comes to developing JJ McCarthy. Because like I said, JJ McCarthy got hurt his rookie season, and he's hurt his second season. And he only played 2 games his whole entire career in the regular season. So you can't really judge KOC and how good he could potentially be off of just 2 games. Because really, KOC is tied to JJ McCarthy. If JJ McCarthy shines, y'all, if JJ McCarthy shines, KOC will shine. If JJ McCarthy, this is our first Super Bowl, KOC would be the greatest coach in Minnesota Viking history, hands down. We just have to be a little bit more patient. I understand we haven't won anything. We're not looking so good this year. When it comes down to it, we were expecting a little bit more. But at the end of the day, we are 2-2. It's not like our record is 1-3. It's not like we're 0-4. We're 2-2. We're a 500 team. And we have a lot of injuries on this team. And I'm not trying to make excuses for the Minnesota Vikings, but it's a fact, bro. A lot of injuries on this team. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all vibing with me on this wonderful day. What's going on? Good morning. And hopefully you're having a wonderful day. But yeah, man, I had to talk that talk because a lot of people are counting out KOC, and a lot of people are counting out the Vikings. This season is not over. This season for the Vikings is not over. Not yet. Not yet, y'all. It's not over. It's just began. It's just began. Let's go Vikings, baby. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you double tap that screen, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And I'm taking this nature walk, but I have to talk that talk. Getting back to KOC. His overall record is like 36 wins and like 21 losses. That's pretty darn good, bro. That's pretty darn good, bro. I understand he's 0-2 in the playoffs, but the reason, and I'm going to give him this excuse. He hasn't had the quarterback that he really wanted. He hasn't had the quarterback that he really wanted. So I'm going to give him the excuse. But the thing about it, we will hold KOC accountable, and I'm about to get to Kwesi very soon. What's going on, Chris? For real, shout out to you. We will get to Kwesi very soon. But KOC has to do his thing when it comes to the play calling. If you're an offensive-minded head coach, our offense should be a little bit more consistent than our defense. It shouldn't be the other way around. It seems like our defense is the strongest part of our team, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's not a good thing when your offense struggles a lot of the time. Even when we had Kirk Cousins, our offense struggled. Even when we had Sam Darnold, our offense struggled. You know what I'm saying? And Sam Darnold had a pretty darn good year last year, and he was like on the fringe MVP conversations. What's status on Redmond? Oh my gosh, you know what? I haven't even looked up Redmond. I've been just focusing on the coaching and Kwesi and all the other stuff. And Brian O'Neill has an MCL sprain, and Brian O'Neill, I'm not sure exactly how long he's going to be. I didn't get that update yet, but I'm happy it's not an ACL. I'm happy it's not a tear. So eventually Brian O'Neill will be back. I don't think he should rush back, but I hope he gets back healthy ASAP, because if we don't have our right tackle, we're in a very bad place, bro. We're in a very bad place. But yeah, shout out to my boy Chili. What's good with you, bro? KC in the building. Christopher Reels in the building. The season isn't over, y'all. The season is not over. If you're a big-time Minnesota Viking fan like I am, the season is not over, man. Go to the bowl. But what was I saying? So KOC will be held accountable for his play calling and his developing JJ McCarthy. And that's just the bottom line to it. So the clock is going to be ticking once JJ McCarthy comes back healthy. And even if JJ McCarthy doesn't have the best season this year, which I am expecting him to have a pretty darn solid season. I'm not expecting him to look bad the whole season. It's just not happening. And he has some good moments and he has some bad moments, but that's a rookie. But I'm expecting him to have a lot more good moments this season. So we'll see when he comes back. Now, again, no, we should not fire KOC, but his time is ticking when it comes to being a head coach of the Vikings if he cannot get JJ McCarthy where he needs to be. That's the job of a head coach, to make sure you develop your second-year quarterback. You have to make sure he's on point. You have to put him in the right situations to be successful, not having these long, drawn-out plays when your offensive line is just simply hurt. Why don't you do some quick passes? The Steelers did not throw the ball deep at all the whole entire game. They didn't really throw the ball deep the whole entire game. Aaron Rodgers was doing dink and dunk all game, and guess what happened? They won the game, and they beat the brakes off of our defense not really beat the brakes off our defense, but they did enough to win. And that's all you need to do. Just do enough to win and don't turn the ball over. Put our second-year quarterback in the right situations to be successful, period. Peace and love. Shout out to you, bro. Bro, I'm live reacting to you. What's good, bro? Appreciate you, bro. He said window closed on the Vikings when he was traded. Nah. Sam's still doing his thing. Sam's doing his thing, but we ain't worrying about Sam. I hope the best for Sam, but it's not happening, bro. But yeah, we got to KOC will be held accountable. I am not going to be a Viking fan that says, oh, KOC can do no wrong. You are 0-2 in the playoffs. I think his overall record in the regular season is 36-21, something like that, which is very good. But we need to see you do it in the playoffs, and we need to see you develop JJ McCarthy. That's number one. Now we got to get to Kwesi. No, I don't think we should fire Kwesi. Yes, his drafts wasn't the best overall, but we still have a big question mark, because if Dallas Turner becomes what we think he could turn into, we already know what Addison is. We have an idea on what JJ McCarthy could possibly be. And Donovan Jackson in the first round in this year's draft in 2025 was actually pretty good. And the only reason why he's hurt right now, I think Donovan Jackson is going to be a very good guard in the NFL for a very long time. So Kwesi has some bad drafts and he has some okay drafts, and we got to wait and see how this plays out. We got to see how this plays out. But if JJ McCarthy turns out to be a superstar, hey, listen, all is forgotten when it comes to certain draft picks. I'm not even going to go down the list. But I will say one specifically in this last draft in 2025. I wanted Kwesi to draft Andrew Makuba, a safety from Texas. I think that's his last name, Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles drafted him. We had the opportunity to draft him late in the 3rd round, or was it early 4th round, one of the two. And we drafted Ty Felton. I'm not hating on Ty Felton. I'm not saying Ty Felton isn't going to be a good wide receiver. But for me, the needs of the wide receiver at the time wasn't a big need. Yes, we were talking about Jordan Addison and him being suspended. But at the same time, I feel like the needs of like the safety is more important because we don't know how much longer Harrison Smith is going to be out there on the field, bro. He's getting up there in age. Yes, he's still a solid safety, but I would have liked to get Andrew Makuba. And Andrew Makuba for the Eagles, from what I'm being told, is playing pretty darn good for a rookie when he gets the opportunity. So we'll see how that all plans out. But that is the one pick I'm like, man, bro, you should have got the ball. He was right there. Why did you skip over Andrew Makuba, bro? Why did you do that, bro? We needed a safety more than a wide receiver, in my honest opinion. But I understand they're trying to be proactive when it comes to Jordan Addison, him being suspended. But then what makes it bad is Ty Felton didn't even get the opportunity to do anything really besides special teams. That's it. Special teams. That's it. So I don't know about that. But he has to do better on his drafts. But we have to wait and see when it comes to the 1st round picks. And we're talking about Dallas Turner, and we're talking about JJ McCarthy. We'll see what happens. But I need everybody that's in the building. So the thing about it is, no, don't fire Kwesi. No, don't fire KOC. We shall see what happens. You know what I mean? We have to wait and let this play out. Now, we will hold them accountable. Everybody's going to be held accountable. If KOC cannot develop JJ McCarthy, and JJ McCarthy is not the guy that we thought he was, then of course, guess what? KOC got to go. Kwesi has to go. Y'all made that decision to draft him 10th overall, and you made that decision to trade up in that draft and draft Dallas Turner, and you made that decision to do this and do that and do this and do that. Hey, listen, bro, you got to take accountability. When you don't do your job at a high level, what happens? What happens when you work at your job, right, and you don't do your job consistently, and you mess up and you constantly keep messing up? And they keep telling you, you got to do this better, you got to do this better, you got to work on this. They keep giving you chance after chance after chance. They might mess around, suspend you, and then they're going to mess around, fire you. Then that's just how it happens, bro. So it's the same thing with the GM and the head coach. They're both tied together. When one of them get fired, they're both getting fired, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But right now, it is too quick to make that decision to say that Kwesi and KOC should be fired when you haven't let it play out completely. And what sucks the most is what I said a couple of days ago. When JJ McCarthy went down with the high ankle sprain, it set us back because now we have to, no disrespect to Carson Wentz, I'm cheering for him. I want him to win with the Vikings right now. But I want to see JJ McCarthy and see what we have in our young quarterback. I am not one of those fans, and this is no disrespect to anybody that wants to go that route. I want to see what JJ has. I already know what Carson Wentz is, bro. Carson Wentz been in the NFL for a pretty long time, like probably 8, 9, 10 years. I don't know how many years it is, how many years it's been. I want to see what JJ McCarthy has, because the ceiling of JJ McCarthy right now, in my opinion, is higher than the ceiling of Carson Wentz. So why would I want to waste another year of JJ McCarthy's rookie year for Carson Wentz? I just don't want to do it. That's just my opinion, and that's just the bottom line. And let me say this as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan. I'm a big-time Minnesota Viking fan. I am not giving up on this season. I understand a lot of people, and by the way, everybody that's in the building, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We go on live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody's invited to this channel. This, like I said, one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. But let me say this, respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, respectfully speaking, though, The Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off your team. Yes, I know we took some L's this season, but I'm still talking that talk, and I'm still confident. I'm still talking heavy. Let's go Vikings, baby. I'm still talking heavy, baby. I'm still talking my talk, baby. I'm not giving up on this season after a couple of L's. We not giving up. We not that. Listen, we can't give up on our team after a couple of L's. It's going to happen, bro. But let me get to the comments. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Vikings in crisis mode. I feel you. It's 22. Yes, number 22 last year. Okay, yup. Talk that talk. The season nowhere. Oh, yes, Terry. I'm trying to tell him, bro. Yeah, he's a whiner. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What's going on? What's going on, Christopher? Terry? What's going on? Skull. Man, you think you all got it bad? Please try being a Panthers fan. Hey, listen. I had the Panthers beat. I hold the Panthers lose to the Patriots, I think. I honestly had the Panthers winning against the Patriots, bro. And I was 100% wrong. Listen, my predictions be jacked up. Next year, I'm going to make sure I do like a live stream or do like a short and say all my predictions for like the whole entire season, like week to week, and see where like I stand when it comes to like the predictions. Because I've been jacking up everything, bro. Some of the teams I think is going to win, they lose. And some of the teams I think is going to lose, they win. Like the Colts, I think took their first L last week. I had the Colts beating whoever the Colts played. I had the Colts winning, and the Colts let me down, bro. I'm thinking, what's his name? Danny Dimes is going to do his thing. Danny Dimes was doing his thing all season long, and then he starts jacking things up. I don't even know what team they played. But shout out to the Colts, man. I wasn't expecting to get 3 wins, let alone be 3-1 in 4 games. So, hey, listen, I'm not hating. I'm just stating as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, I ain't know that. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. What's good, everybody? True Grizzly in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, Tyreek Hill messed his, I don't know if it was his ankle, his knee. I did not want to watch the replay. They said that he jacked himself up. So prayers go out to Tyreek Hill. Hope the best for the brother, man. Hope the best for brother man. How would you feel if the Vikings draft Arch Manning in the future? I don't think we're going to even go that route. And be honest with you, and I mean this to no disrespect, respectfully speaking, I don't even want to think about that right now because we still got JJ McCarthy. And I don't even think the Vikings will even go first round quarterback until they know for a fact that JJ McCarthy is not good. If they find out that JJ McCarthy is not good within the next year or so, I say at least 2 years. But some people will say if he can't get it together this year, I'm done. I'm not one of those people. I'm a little bit more patient, even though I do understand where people are coming from. I'm a little bit more patient with JJ McCarthy. I don't like this. He turned the ball over the way he is, but then everybody uses the example of Peyton Manning and Josh Allen. Respectfully speaking, this is JJ. Listen, I'm not saying JJ McCarthy won't be that good, but I don't even like comparing Peyton Manning. I get what they're doing. I get what they're saying, but I don't want to compare JJ McCarthy to Peyton Manning or Josh Allen, especially Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Yes, he didn't play the best his rookie season, but I get what they're saying. But dang, I don't want people to be like, well, he's going to be like Peyton Manning. He's going to have a bad rookie season. He's going to lead the league in interceptions, and the next thing we know, he's going to be an all-time great. We don't know that. We don't know. I'm hoping he's going to be an all-time great, but I do not like comparing certain players to all-time great players because they have to really establish themselves. Like, they really do before I even go that route. Like, I got to see what JJ, I haven't seen enough for me to even, like, go even close to even him being that good. Because Peyton Manning is one of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I'm not trying to come at JJ McCarthy. He got to do a lot more. He got to show. And I understand the whole point of Peyton Manning not doing good in his rookie season and he became an all-time great. I understand, but I try to be careful comparing people just because they had a bad season in their rookie season. Guess what? That second year and the year after that and the year after that, he just became an all-time great over the time span. And I'm hoping JJ McCarthy could be that good or even better than Peyton Manning. We'll see what happens, but I try to be careful with saying stuff like that. But yeah, Tyreek Hill, hope the best for him. Dislocated his knee. Yes, he dislocated his knee. I didn't watch the replay. I didn't want to watch the replay, man. I did not want to watch the replay. But Prayers to Tyreek Hill, man, to get well, man, get better. I'm not sure how long that means, like how long is that injury keeps you out the game. I'm pretty sure it's out for the season. It might be a couple of seasons. I don't know. But hopefully he'll be back soon. He said, take that Vikings gear off. We did y'all dirty. Hey, listen, bro, and I'm not gonna say your name because I ain't gonna say your name. but respectfully speaking, man, you're talking to the right Viking fan, because respectfully speaking, as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, I ain't backing down from no smoke. I ain't backing down from no smoke, and I'm not giving up on this season. It's only the beginning. It's only been four games, y'all. We are 2-2. It's only been 4 games, and respectfully speaking, we're going to beat the brakes off the Steelers. If we run it back, we beating the brakes off the Steelers. If we run it back with the Falcons, we going to beat the brakes off the Falcons. Even though, listen, I give them credit when credit is due, but your boy ain't backing down. Your boy ain't backing down, bro. What's going on, Will? Everyone is different. JJ could be a beast, but he needs to be blocked better. Yes, and that's a good point. There's so many factors on why quarterbacks not being good or not. I think it's play calling more. Listen, the blocking is terrible. I'm 100% with you with that. But I think it's also play calling, because some of the play calling, if you know your offensive line is hurt, why the heck would you have plays throughout the whole entire game of these long drawn out plays that you know your offensive line can't maintain their blocks for more than a second or two? Like, come on, bro. As soon as you hike the ball, listen, there was a couple of plays. As soon as Carson Wentz hiked the ball, bro, the pressure was in his face. I said, this ain't no way. Ain't no way our offensive line. Ain't no way our offensive line is that dang on bad, bro. For real. Our offensive line can't be that dang on bad, bro. For real. Oh, man. Yeah, good game, Steelers. What's good? What's good? Yeah, the Steelers did beat us, though. Good game. I got to admit they did beat us, but shoot, respectfully speaking, we need to run that back, hopefully. Hopefully we have an opportunity to run that back with the Falcons and the Steelers. Listen, respectfully, though. Let's get it. Yeah, okay, y'all not beating us. Yeah, respectfully. It's all good, bro. Yeah, hit that like button. If y'all haven't already, please double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube channel. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. So salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building, rocking with your boy. We're going to have a good live. I'm not going to be live for too long, but I wanted to talk that talk and tell you how I feel about the Vikings. I am not giving up on this season when we're 2-2. We're a 500 team. We're not bad. We're not good. We have some weaknesses. We have a lot of injuries. And good news about our right tackle, he'll be back sometime this season. Our left tackle, the best left tackle in the game, in Christian Darrisaw, he's already back. Will Fries is still playing. Donovan Jackson, our really good guard, our rookie guard that we drafted in 2025, he'll be back sometime this season. And the only biggest concern for me is the center position in Ryan Kelly because of his concussions. When you have multiple concussions within a couple week time span, it's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, he had like 2 concussions. Bro, that's a little bit different of an injury. You can't really see all the damage that's being done every time you have a concussion. You know what I mean? So when you're concussed, like, I don't know, man. If I was a football player and if I could get a concussion and I had 2 within 3 weeks, bro, or something like that, it was like either 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm going to consider retiring because money ain't everything, bro. You only have one brain. So my whole thing is this. We might need to make a trade when it comes to the center position. For real. For real, though. Run it back, then this time at your own stadium. Hey, listen. We run it back at man, listen, we can run it back at the same stadium, bro. We can run it back in Pittsburgh, bro. We can run it back in Minnesota, bro. Hey, listen, I ain't scared of none of the smoke, bro. That's the one thing about your boy. I ain't running, I ain't hiding, bro. I'm not running and I'm not hiding. Bring it. Bring it, bro. No, he's not. He's a Steelers fan. He's a Steelers fan. Hey, listen, he's a Steelers fan. It's I like what the Steelers did. They did what they had to do. Aaron Rodgers played good. But listen, bro, hey, listen, I'll give them the credit, bro. But respectfully speaking, I don't want to even say, oh, we almost came back because we didn't come in. We took the L. Whether if you lose by a point or not, you lose by 100 points or you lose by 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. An L is an L. We took that L. The Steelers did what they had to do. We played them in Ireland and they beat us. They beat us, period. But at the same time, that loss only motivated me. And hopefully, if it motivated me, hopefully it motivated the players on that football field. I'm hoping that KOC is motivated, the coaching staff, everybody. Because this season, we have a lot of season to go, bro. We have a lot of season to go. I said you're not going to know what type of team you have until week 8. We're only in week 4, y'all. We only in week 4. We can win the next 4 games, bro. We can mess around and win the next 4 games, bro. I'm just saying. We'll see what happens. We got the Browns next, and I'm going to talk about the Browns probably tomorrow sometime. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to just say one thing about the Browns. I am not going to sit here and cap. I am nervous about the Browns because the Browns have I'm nervous about their defense, not their offense. Let me say that one more time. I'm nervous about their defense, not their offense. Let me say that one more time for the people that haven't heard your boy say what he said, and I'm going to have to talk that talk. I'm nervous about their defense, not their offense. I'm nervous about what their defensive line is going to do to my offensive line because we're banged up. So I'm going to get into more detail about the Browns and the Vikings, but I'm going to be honest with you. I got to really look and see who's going to play for that offensive line because I'm nervous. I ain't going to lie. I'm nervous about our offensive line right now. We got so many injuries. It's bad. But at the same time, next man up, bro. Next man up. No excuses. We got to beat the brakes off of the Browns. We should be able to stop them offensively. The problem is scoring the dang on ball for me. It ain't even about the defense. Like, I understand the defense struggle stopping the run against the Steelers and against the Falcons. The 2 L's that we took was struggling against teams that ran the ball pretty good. But if we can hold it down and stop the run, I'm not really scared of their offense, bro. We got to stop their run. I'm not scared of their offense at all, actually, to be honest with you. I don't mean that in no disrespect, but that defense is just another level. So, respectfully. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I need the Browns to lose. They in our division. Yeah, the Browns might mess around and lose. No, matter of fact, they will lose. So, question. Oh, hold on. I'll be in Santa California if we run it back. All right, I'll give you one. Okay, yeah, all right, bro. We might have to run that back. Definitely ain't no way y'all should have caught up. Hey, listen, we caught up. We didn't win, though. We took the L, though. So I don't even want to go in that rabbit hole, bro, because we didn't catch up. We didn't win. You feel me? Like, if we would have completed the comeback, I'd have been talking heavy. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I would have been talking, hey, listen, bro, y'all didn't deserve to win that. But I would have kept it real too, though. Like the Steelers should have probably won that game. It's just, I don't know how we came back, though. Like, I don't know how we came back. But if we would have won that game, that would have sucked for y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But yeah, their defense is all right. Nah, their defense is good, bro. The Browns defense is probably the best defense in the game, bro. And I'm just talking about I gotta look at their whole defense, but I'm just nervous because I know my offensive line is just so bad, bro. We got like one player that's playing right now that I have a lot of confidence in, bro, and that's Christian Darrisaw. Everybody else, I'm nervous, bro. I'm keeping it real. Everybody on our offensive line ain't playing the best. Even Christian Darrisaw didn't play the best against the Steelers. But my whole thing is I have a lot of confidence in him. Everybody else is a big question mark, and that's a bad. If you have 5 offensive linemen, right? If 4 out of the 5 ain't playing good, you're in a world of trouble. You're in a world of trouble. I said 4 out of the 5 ain't playing good. You're in a world of trouble. But it's the next man up mentality, and the Minnesota Vikings will be victorious on Sunday. But let me get back to what I was saying, the topic of this video. KOC and Kwesi deserve more patience. But I understand why Minnesota Viking fans are kind of nervous, and they're kind of like, they're nervous and disappointed. They're nervous because we might listen. Kwesi and KOC, it was a joint decision. They drafted JJ McCarthy. I still believe in JJ. I'm not giving up on him. But what if JJ ain't the guy? You won't know if he keeps getting hurt. He got to get experience. But what if he ain't the guy? And what if actually a quarterback that's like, for instance, who we got? It went, how'd it go? Caleb, Jaden, Drake. I'm talking about the draft order for the quarterbacks. It went Caleb. All right, so hold on. Caleb, Jaden, I think Drake May, right? And then Michael Penix, right? Michael Penix, and then JJ McCarthy, and then I think after that was Bo Nix. So imagine Bo Nix turned out to be a star. You know what I'm saying? Or what if Michael Penix was the guy they really wanted? Like, I'm just trying to put all the scenarios together. I'm hoping I'm wrong about that, and I'm hopefully that they're telling the truth, that they always wanted JJ McCarthy this whole time. They didn't just settle for a quarterback they just didn't want because the pressure was on them to draft a quarterback. We'll see what happens in a few years, but we'll see. So question, bro, if y'all don't make the playoffs this year, who you think getting fired? GM? Because somebody got, yeah, everybody. I think everybody got to get fired. I know that sounds crazy to say. I would like to see a new GM. I would like to see a new head coach. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, not make the playoffs this year. I'm not going to say fire them after this year. But the next year, though, bro, I'm talking about the second year with JJ McCarthy. If we don't make the playoffs, bro, I'm sorry. I'm not patient anymore, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, if you're telling me that 2 years in a row after we just went 14-3 and made the playoffs and lost in the wild card round against the Rams, in back-to-back years, your starting quarterback that you drafted 10th overall in the 2024 NFL draft hasn't improved, hasn't got better, and the draft picks keep getting worse and worse by Kwesi, and KOC can't get it together when it counts the most in the playoffs. I'm saying at least give them 2 years together with JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy is the key to everything. Everything's riding on JJ McCarthy. Like, literally, everything is riding on JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy could literally make a coach and a GM by being a great quarterback, which I think he might be a great quarterback. Just put that out there. Or if he doesn't turn out to be the best quarterback, they gotta go, bro. It is what it is. We need another coach that can probably develop JJ McCarthy. And it's not necessarily true, even if JJ McCarthy doesn't do good with KOC, that because everybody says KOC is one of the best offensive-minded head coaches, and I believe that as well. But maybe he ain't as good as we probably think he is when it comes to developing young talent. There's a difference between having veteran quarterbacks and being that quarterback whisperer that people be saying, and having a young quarterback that is very, very, it's just very raw when it comes to, he's young, he's only 22 years old, 21 years old, starting at the NFL level. It's a difference between a veteran and a quarterback that just got in the league. Can you develop him and put him in the right situation? So even if 2 years pass and JJ McCarthy doesn't improve like as much as he should have, and they fire Kwesi and they fire KOC, I still feel like you shouldn't give up on JJ McCarthy. Like, I think you should give him another chance with another coach, because I just feel like sometimes people give up on quarterbacks way too quick. And it might just be the coaching, it might just be the play calling, it might be a whole bunch of different combinations. And then you got to talk about the offensive line being so bad. So it's so many things going on. So many things going on with the Vikings right now, from the offensive line to the dangling play calling to injuries. It doesn't make no freaking sense. And I say injuries because it's not just the offensive line, bro. It is Andrew Van Ginkel. It is Blake Cashman. It was Harrison Smith. He came back, though. And it was somebody else I'm probably missing that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But it's so many reasons why teams are successful and not successful. But we do have to hold KOC and Kwesi accountable and see, and like I said, even this season, if KOC cannot get JJ McCarthy to play a little bit better consistently, then we have an issue, bro. I want to see improvement every game, bro. I know you might take some steps back, throw a couple interceptions. Yeah, he gonna learn. It's experience, whatever. But I gotta see him. I gotta see him. First of all, stay healthy. That's number one. And then number two, I gotta see some improvements, man. Even with a bad offensive line, look at it like this. Because my homie made a comment. I forgot who made this comment yesterday, but he said we might as well just bench JJ McCarthy for the rest of the season. Our offensive line ain't good. So tell me, and I asked him this question. So what if JJ McCarthy got us to the playoffs, and right before we get to the playoffs, two of our offensive linemen or three of our offensive linemen went down? So what you gonna do? You gonna bench them? And then we just had no chance in the playoffs. So he has to kind of, I know it sucks, but injuries are part of football. So that means you have to have a GM that can draft better. And on top of that, you need coaches that can develop better. And on top of that, you need to have a offensive-minded head coach that's going to call plays that are not over the top, where it's like, it doesn't have to be trick plays. Simple is better. It don't got to be super complex. We're going to do trigonometry on this play, and I want you to do this and do that and do this and do that. And then the dang on play falls apart, and your quarterback is throwing interception after interception after interception. No, keep that stuff a little. You could do multiplication or division type stuff, or long division maybe, but you don't have to do algebra 3. You don't have to do trigonometry when it comes to your play calling, bro. Make the stuff simple and get the job done. Simple sometimes is better. Don't make it too simple, but make it a little bit better than what it is now. Because right now, our offense looks predictable. Right now, our offense can't move the ball consistently down the field because you're always trying to do these long, drawn-out plays, and the quarterback is just trying to make a play. He's just sitting in that pocket like, I got to wait in the pocket, and you can't, because guess what? Our offensive line ain't good. Our offensive line is hurt. So when you wait and you're waiting for these long, drawn-out plays to give it to Justin Jefferson, which that's a good idea, guess what? You're going to get sacked. Guess what? You're going to get sacked. You might throw an interception. So that's why we have to switch it up. We got to do some quick passes, danks and dunks, and then the long ball. And don't forget to run the ball. Don't forget to try to run the ball. And don't give up on the run game. So there's so many different reasons why teams are successful. And I still feel like the Vikings can have a good season this year. I still feel like we can win the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, I'm still going to say it is what it is, baby. I'm a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, but I need everybody that's in the building right now, if you're feeling the vibes, double tap that screen, and hit that like button. Doesn't matter if you're a Viking fan or not. This is one YouTube family. You know what I mean? Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. I really feel like sports are here to bring us together, whether you're a Viking fan or not. But I will say this, respectfully speaking, though. And I know the slogan. No matter what team that you rock with, if you're not rocking with the Vikings, no matter what team, it could be the Eagles, the Browns next. It could be who else we play? The Ravens, or whoever we play this year, bro. Respectfully speaking, you're welcome to the YouTube channel, but we're going to beat the brakes off your team. And that's just how I feel, bro. That's just how I feel. The slogan ain't changing until the season is over, baby. The slogan ain't changing until the season is over. Let's go Vikings, baby. And go to the bowl, baby. Let's get it. I need the Browns to lose. I read that right. I'm going to catch up in the comments right now. Samuel, what's good with you, my guy? Darrison had a bad game. Facts. He had a bad game, bro. Eagles fans needs to stop because y'all barely beating teams. Hey, listen. I just said this earlier. A win's a win, bro. Like I could easily say, like, for example, right? Let's just use this hypothetically speaking. Say the Vikings get to the Super Bowl, and we go against the Chiefs for Super Bowl 60, right? Better yet, let me change that scenario. Let's change it to, instead of the Chiefs, let's talk about the Bills. Say the Bills get to the Super Bowl for Super Bowl 60. And the Minnesota Vikings are beating the brakes off of the Bills by 60 and we win the Super Bowl. It still counts as you winning the Super Bowl. But what if we do it? What if another scenario happened? The Minnesota Vikings win by a point. It still counts as a dub in the playoffs. So I look at it like this. even if you barely beat a team, those are the games that show you what type of team you have. That brings out character, because when you go through obstacles in life, are you going to quit, going to give up, are you going to fold? And that shows that the Eagles is a really good team. Even though they're struggling to beat teams, I guess, they're struggling, they're still 4-0, they're undefeated. And this is just an honest perspective from a Viking fan. I'm from Pennsylvania, bro. I'm a Viking fan from PA, and the only reason why I'm a Viking fan is because of the greatest wide receiver of all time. And I've been a Viking fan ever since I seen Culpepper throw that ball, that beautiful ball, to the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss, number 84. You know what I'm saying? And it was in a playoff game. It was a wild card game years ago. And the Eagles won that game. But ever since I seen that game, I seen Culpepper throw that ball to the GOAT at wide receiver, Randy Moss. I said, I'm a Viking fan. But my point is, it doesn't matter if you win by a point. It doesn't matter if you win by 100 points. Listen, a win is a win at the end of the day. You're just trying to get that dub. You feel me? Those Bills, yeah, them Bills, man. Dude can't even stay healthy. You ain't lying, bro. We got to get them healthy, bro. You got to get them healthy, bro. All 4 games been close, yeah. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Arguably ain't putting up. I'm just reading the comments, catching up in the comments right now. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You know what I mean? I go live, play-by-play every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. You know what I'm saying? Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Yo, we got my boy Toxic Trick Shot. Yo, Mike, what's good? Yo, what's good with my guy Toxic Trick Shot in the building? What's really good, man? Salute to your team, man. I want to say congratulations. I gotta give you credit when credit is due, bro. Because I know you a Steelers fan. You my brother from another mother. I appreciate. Hey, listen. You my brother from another mother. I got to give you credit when credit is due, because at the end of the day, your team beat us. It doesn't matter if they beat us by 10 or 20. We tried to make a comeback. We still took that L. And I want to say congratulations to the Steelers fans, but respectfully speaking, if we play y'all in the Super Bowl, we're going to beat the brakes off your team, respectfully speaking. But y'all had a good game. Y'all beat us, and y'all beat us fair and square, and I got to take that L. See, that's one thing about your boy Mike. When we take L's, I will admit, but respectfully, I will say this. If we play your team again, we will beat the brakes off your team. And that's just how I feel. But shout out to my guy, Trick Shot in the building. Go Hawks. JJ is no. It's not true. Not true, bro. Not true. Nobody will get fired. They might get fired. No, not right now. But there are Viking fans that want them to be fired now. I'm saying this. If they don't get JJ McCarthy, everything is, listen, if JJ McCarthy isn't the guy, Kwesi will get fired. KOC will get fired. Not this year. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about next year. Say next year they don't make the playoffs. Say we don't make the playoffs this year and next year. I could almost guarantee KOC, somebody's getting fired. Either the GM or the head coach. Especially if JJ McCarthy isn't good. If he doesn't show something for the rest of this season and next season, I'm telling you, bro, maybe I'm wrong. But I know for a fact Viking fans are going to be I already know. I don't even want to say what I'm about to say. But I know somebody getting fired. I know that. Right now, and this is, I respectfully disagree with any Viking fan that thinks that KOC should get fired right now. I respectfully disagree with any Viking fan that says Kwesi should get fired right now. But listen, the quarterback is the most important position. And if they got this position wrong, somebody's gone. Somebody's gone, period. Someone is gone. And then you got to talk about who did you get on your coaching staff. So with the offensive line coach, I don't even know who the offensive line coach is. I keep forgetting his name. But say our offensive line is still terrible for the rest of the season and next season. And say we get mostly healthy. Bro, you made that decision, KOC. Just like you made the decision for the defensive coordinator a couple years ago when we had the dinosaur defense and you didn't want to change that. You didn't want to change that coach. I just want KOC, listen, it's okay to be a nice guy when it comes to your coaching, when it comes to the players. It's cool to do that. But at the same time, you got to hold your players accountable. If your players are not playing at how they should play, bro, you're getting benched. I don't care who you are. If your name ain't Justin Jefferson, if your name, they'll probably bench Jordan Addison. If your name ain't Jordan Addison, I'm just giving you, hypothetically speaking, or Christian Darrisaw, or who is another good player? So Christian Darrisaw, Justin Jefferson, JJ McCarthy, Harrison Smith. They're not benching that guy. Yeah, those are the ones that I know they're not benching. Definitely. I don't care what they do. They're not getting benched. So if it's not them dudes, bro, hey, listen, bro. You need to talk, and you need to hold them accountable too, bro. Be like, yo, you got to get your stuff together. I don't care what your name is, bro. If you're not playing the way you should play, you need to tell them. It's the way you say it. You don't have to be, what's the word? Disrespectful. You can say it in a respectful way. Hey, listen, you got to step your game up, bro. Like, that throw was a bad throw. Or that catch, how did you, like, listen, that route wasn't the best route. You could run that route a lot better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, Christian Darrisaw, you letting this dude dominate you and get sacks left and right. Like, there's so many, you know what I'm saying. If you're going to talk smack, at least hit the like. Yeah, I love it, though. You can always become a New England Patriots fan. I'll talk to my boys, Robert. Hey, listen, respectfully, I will say that I'm a Tom Brady guy. So I like Tom Brady, one of my favorite linebackers of all time. One of my favorite that's not a Viking linebacker is Teddy Bruschi. One of my favorite running backs that I loved was Corey Dillon when he was with the Patriots. There's numerous players I liked on the Patriots, but I like players on other teams. Like, I like Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is one of my favorite wide receivers. But I can never, ever, ever, respectfully speak, and I could never, ever, ever be a fan of another team. I'm a type of fan that I only have one team, and that's for life. When it comes to basketball, baseball, football, whatever. When it comes to all that, bro, I have one team. I got a super chat. Vikings had a good game and comeback. Y'all could have won if Carson had his head straight besides having the helmet on backwards. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. I truly appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much. God bless, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Yo, man, what's good? Well, I'm kind of behind. But shout out to everybody that's in the middle. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much, everybody that's tuned in right now, watching this live stream. Shout out to my guy Purple. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I have already fired him, but we gave Danny Dimes a playoff win because we wouldn't fire Ed Don. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. Like, you gotta hold these players accountable as much, and coaches. Everybody got to be held accountable. You know what I mean? But I can't. But this is what I say: if JJ McCarthy is a superstar, you can't fire nobody. Because he's the guy, the most important position is the quarterback. And if KOC can develop JJ McCarthy in the next year or two, I'm giving him 2 years. I'm not going to say fire him after this year. Even if we don't make the playoffs, which I think we will make the playoffs. Even if we don't make the playoffs, hypothetically speaking, you can't fire Kwesi or KOC. Now, after next season, and if we don't make the playoffs and there's no improvement, because I look at it like this: KOC's overall record in the regular season is 36 and like 22 or 21. Very good. That's pretty good, right? All right, so then when you talk about the playoffs, he's 0-2. So he has to do better in the playoffs. So regular season is one thing, but playoffs is a whole nother thing. You feel me? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What's going on, bro? Colts are legit. Yeah, I think the Colts are legit, but they took that L last week, bro. They 3-1. I had them winning. Bro. What happened to the Colts? Yeah, that Vikings, they came back, but they didn't come all the way back, though, bro. The thing about it is, I think Mike Tomlin made some bad coaching mistakes when it came to I think y'all turned it over on downs. I think y'all did some things. I can't remember everything that y'all did, but there were some coaching mistakes, and I think that's what held y'all back. How you doing, bro? But yeah, shout out to my boy to the trick shot, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down. Right now, I'm taking my nature walk. I go live a lot. And like I said, we go live for absolutely every single game with the scoreboard and everything. And at halftime, you guys could come on the show and talk that talk at halftime. So that's what makes it really cool about this YouTube channel. You could actually come on the show at halftime. I will say this. You probably don't believe me when I say this, but I'm an introvert. I really stay to myself. It might not seem like it, but yeah. So having people come on the show and all that is hard for me, but at the same time, I like vibing with y'all. So salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Salute to each and every one of y'all that support me on this YouTube journey. And I appreciate all y'all, man, for real. Even if you're not a Viking fan, I appreciate you. Vikes haven't made the playoffs in consecutive seasons since he said 08 and 09. I remember those years too. I remember those years. Should have won the Super Bowl in 09. We should have won the Super Bowl in 09. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Brett Favre had us looking good, bro. Brett Favre had us looking good. What? Drop them in the comments. Yeah, you know what? I'm very nervous about the defense for the Browns. I'm going to get into that tomorrow. I think we're going to win, but I'll give you an early prediction. My honest opinion is I feel like the Minnesota Vikings will win in a very close game. I'm talking about a defensive game. It's going to be boring. I could see it being like 16 to 17, bro. Like 16, 17 Vikings. I can see the Vikings winning by a point against the Browns. I think both defenses are definitely like elite and two of the best defenses in the game. And I don't think they're going to give up too many touchdowns. I would be pleasantly surprised if the Browns give up a lot of touchdowns this game. I can see maybe 2 touchdowns and that's it in a field goal. And I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I would be surprised if the Vikings give up too many points to the Browns. I don't believe in the Browns offense. Who's their quarterback now? They got their rookie starting. Who's their quarterback? Dylan Gabriel? Come on, bro. If Brian Flores is going to make him, listen, we got one of the best defensive-minded defensive coordinators in the game. I don't think Gabriel is going to do it too much. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. I will give credit when credit is due, though. If he does anything to this defense, bro, I got to give him credit, bro. I think Joe Flacco ain't playing, especially if Joe Flacco ain't playing. I think Dylan playing, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. I got to do some research on that. I don't know if Joe Flacco got hurt or what. Vikings 26, Browns 16. Wow. That's funny. You got the 16. I said 17. I said 16 as well for the Browns. If we could score 26 points on the Browns, I'd be happy, bro. Minnesota never won Super Bowl. Oh, yes, that's true. But that's just the past, bro. This is the future now. We talking about the present and the future. We ain't worrying about that right now. We worrying about this year and next year, bro. This year we gonna win our first Super Bowl this year, bro. Yeah, we gonna worry about the Super Bowl this year. I got a feeling this will be the Vikings' real comeback game that will. Vikings will come back in this week. They did a good job trying to coming from the right. Yeah, and you know what's crazy though? I look at it like this. If once we beat the Browns, because I feel like we're going to beat the Browns, people want to hop back on the bandwagon. Don't ever give up. I say this to every fan base. Never give up on your team after 4 games. I understand if you're starting off 0-4, you don't really got too much hope in your team. I ain't going to sit here and cap. But if you're 2-2 after 4 games, you're a 500 team. That's an average team. That is a average team. And it's, like I said, with all the things that happened with the Vikings, I'm not trying to make no excuses, but I'm being honest. A lot of injuries. But at the same time, next man up, and we're still 2-2. And I feel like there were some games that we could have, like literally, we lost. We took 2 L's, but those 2 L's we could have won, bro. We could have won those games. So if the ball would have went another way, a turnover would have went another way. If you would have made 1 or 2 more plays, the Vikings could easily be 3-1. The Vikings can literally be 4-0. You never know. I'm just saying, but we're 2-2. And I'm just going to take one game at a time. I'm not giving up on this season. Not yet. And again, I'm going to say this one more time for people that just got in the building. I am not sitting here saying, that we should fire KOC. We should fire Kwesi. What I am saying is we do got to hold them accountable. If JJ, and listen, JJ McCarthy is the main guy. Like, we can talk about the other drafts all we want. But JJ McCarthy is the main guy. If that man isn't successful within 2 seasons, this season and next season, a whole next season, if he doesn't improve or get better, and the Vikings don't look like they're improving as a team, especially at that quarterback position, hey, listen, they got to go, bro, respectfully. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I truly appreciate you. I'm be getting off in a little bit. Fire KOC, send him to the Bears as offensive coordinator as a punishment ASAP. That's funny. With what quarterback? He said Vikings going to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, we won a Super Bowl, bro. Hey, listen, bro. I could be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Hey, listen, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Yo, what's going on, my boys? Bills never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, Bills never won a Super Bowl. They 0-4 as well, yeah. Vote for Dolphins screwed up not hiring Mike Tomlin. I love Mike Tomlin as a head coach. I'll give up if the Browns beat us. I'm old. I'll root for the Jazz or something. Hey, listen. My bull now. Hey, listen, bro. Let me be honest with you, bro. If the Vikings lose to the Browns, bro, I'm nervous about what Viking fans are going to say. That's all. I'm going to just stay right there. Because I already know, because I'm cool with a lot of content creators. I'm cool with a lot of Viking fans. And I know for a fact, if we lose this game against the Browns, bro, it's going to get spooky. It's going to get spooky for the Vikings as a whole, because there's going to be a lot of doubt. Technically, the season ain't over. It ain't over, though. It's still kind of early in the season. If we lose, we'll be 2-3. But still, bro, that would suck. It's like, because then you got, who we got next? The Eagles or something like that. We got a hard stretch coming up, bro. If you can't beat the Browns, how the heck you going to beat these other teams? That's all I'm saying. So you got to beat the Browns. You got to make a statement. That's a big test. The Browns is a very big test when it comes to your offense scoring points with a bad offensive line or hurt offensive line. If they could score some points, I would be very impressed with KOC. Now, the other way around, I have so much confidence in this defense. We're going to stop the Browns offense. I'm not even worrying. Listen, respectfully, I'm not worrying about the Browns offense at all. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to get into more detail tomorrow about that game. But yeah, we got to win. This is a must win. Is this game considered a must win? Like the Vikings versus Browns week 5, is that a must win? I think it might be a must win. Not just this year, but 0-4, yeah. Lions #1 NFC North. I remember when they played like the Titans this year. Yeah, man, we ain't worrying about nothing. Hey, listen, for all the Lion fans out there, man, you're going to laugh now, but you're not going to be laughing for the whole season. The Minnesota Vikings is coming, baby. JJ McCarthy is coming, bro. JJ McCarthy. Hey, listen, let's speak it into existence, y'all. Let's speak it into existence that JJ McCarthy will be the real deal, y'all. Let's speak it into existence. I know people don't believe in JJ right now. I know people are nervous about JJ McCarthy. I know people are doubting that he could be that guy that we need. But I feel like he can be that guy. But it's so many other factors. And KOC can be the guy as well as the head coach to be the first head coach to get us a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Brian Flores could be the first defensive coordinator to get us a Super Bowl, baby. We can do it. Believe, baby, believe. Believe. Shout out to everybody. My secondary team is the Bills just because they played with a player in high school. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. What player are you talking about? Eagles, Chargers, Lions, Ravens after the bye in that order. Are you serious, bro? So we got the Eagles. We got the Eagles, the Chargers, the Lions, the Ravens. Somebody help me. Somebody help a brother. If the Steelers didn't exist, I'd be a Viking fan. Oh, let's get it, baby. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's go to the bowl all the way. He would never be Josh Allen. Oh, you talking about JJ McCarthy? We'll see. I'm not saying nothing yet until I can't really talk too much about JJ McCarthy being any type of good quarterback right now. I believe he's going to be that guy, but we got to see it. We got to see it. And I know there's other factors on why he's not playing good. He just got to try to limit those turnovers. I don't care what Peyton Manning did in his rookie season. Peyton Manning, after he had that rookie season, he turned out to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I don't care about that. I'm focusing on what JJ McCarthy is going to do in his second year in the NFL, and can he improve game to game and try to lessen these turnovers a little bit better. We'll see. Let's see if the Lions can beat the Chiefs. Wow. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. If the Steelers didn't exist, I read that people will zip if JJ run over Lions. Yeah, you feel me? And you know what? I feel like that stretch of games that we about to play, if JJ McCarthy could win a lot of those games, or most of those games, bro, can't nobody say nothing about JJ McCarthy. Real talk, bro. We're going to take one game at a time. The next team we play is the Browns. I believe Carson Wentz will start. I don't think JJ is going to play that game. And we're going to cheer for Carson Wentz. But after this dub, bro, I don't care how good Carson Wentz played, bro. He is not the guy. It is what it is. We moving on to JJ McCarthy, bro. After the Browns game. Real talk. Yeah, JJ McCarthy, I think it's the offensive line has to be better, but I still be feeling like the play calling needs to be so much better. Like, I understand the injuries, and this is where I start going at KOC. Like, KOC got to be better with the play calling, period. Knowing that your offensive line ain't the healthiest, why are you doing plays as if they're healthy still? Why are you calling plays as if they're healthy still? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, that's Ashley. Oh, it gets easy after that. Oh, well, shoot, I ain't looking past nobody, bro. Hey, bro, I ain't looking past nobody. For real, I'm not. He can't even beat Eli Manning. Are you LeBron? Whoa. Shout out to LeBron James. You're talking about LeBron James, right? I'm not LeBron James. Shout out to LeBron. I need to hit up LeBron one of these days. Like, LeBron, man, they think that we look alike, man. Hey, LeBron, they said I look like Kevin Hart. They said I look like Malik Beasley. They said I look like LeBron James. That's a new one that I'm getting. I think it's because of my beard. Somebody else they said I look like. A couple of people, bro. But shout out to everybody. I'm about to get off. Vikings hired as head coach. Yep. For real, man. I don't know what we going Vikings, but hey, listen, bro. Respectfully, bro. I don't think the Vikings are but I will say this, man. I will say this. Right now, I can't say nothing about the Steelers. I can't say nothing about the Falcons right now. But I will say, but I did say, respectfully, we still going to beat the brakes off them if we play it. If we run it back, we're going to beat the brakes off them. But now, the next team we about to go against is the Browns, and we're going to take one game at a time, and we're going to see what happens. Listen, I still feel like we got a chance to win the Super Bowl. I still feel like we got a chance to make the playoffs. Right now, I'm taking one game at a time. We're going to go against the Browns. After this game, we'll be 3-2, and we'll win the next game, we'll be 4-2, and we'll win our next game, we'll be 5-2, and we'll just keep on winning and winning and winning. And by week 8, we're going to be 6-2, bro. Hey, listen, that's how I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to be super optimistic. We're going to see what happens. After week 8, or when we get, after week 8, we'll be 6-2, y'all. So get your popcorn ready. Get your lemon pepper wings ready. Get your garlic parmesan wings ready. It's definitely going down. And make sure y'all hit that like button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. What else? Like I said, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. And I hope that everybody that's on this live stream has a wonderful day. I want to say everybody that's on this live stream, God bless. Everybody on this live stream, do not give up on your goals. Strive for greatness. Never quit. You only fail and let quit at whatever you're trying to do. Keep on striving for greatness. I'm getting off. Let me read a couple more comments. Browns will be an easy win. Yeah, I don't know about easy, but we're going to win. Oh, I'm concerned about I am too, J.E. I am too. Browns, a must-win. Facts. I think so too. Bears, Giants, Seahawks, Eagles, Broncos, and Steelers all won Super Bowls because of their defense, not their offense. Vikings got jealous. So what's really stopping them is long as defense perform. Hey, no. Our defense is pretty darn good. But I don't care how good your defense is if your offense is turning the ball over 2 times a game or 3 times a game. I don't know what the average is this year, bro. The Vikings in almost every game except for one turned the ball over 2 to 3 times a game. That, I don't care how good your defense is, bro. You can have the Iron Curtain. You can have the Purple People Eaters. It don't matter, bro. If your offense can't score, and you keep going 3 and out, we're only human. You're going to get tired eventually. You're going to get tired. You're not going to be able to keep it up. I don't care how good your defense is. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to have a little bit of offense. Yes, and I 100% agree with you. I feel like defense wins championships more than offense. But at the same time, you still got to score. Your defense can't always score points. It's very hard to get a pick 6 or a fumble recovery for a touchdown on defense, or a block punt or on special teams for a touchdown, or a safety or stuff like that. That doesn't happen often. You feel me? You might get the turnover, but then you're not going to finish it by getting a touchdown. So if your offense keeps going 3 and out and they can't score, it don't even matter. It don't matter how good your defense is, because you're going to eventually get tired. But that's just my opinion. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Browns will be an easy, read that. But I do type opponents. Can't get the Browns. We also led this. Yeah, that's true. We also led the league in getting sacked constantly every game. So I agree. We got to do better. Offensive line got to do better. The quarterbacks have to be better. And the play calling has to be better. Everybody needs to be held accountable. I'm giving most of the blame on injuries, and then secondary play calling, and then third will be the quarterback. The quarterback's the third to blame. So for me, it's injuries on the offensive line, or injuries in general, then the play calling, and then the quarterback. So, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. I appreciate y'all. We got my boy Dama Ventures in the building. Fly Eagles, fly. Hope you been well, Mike. Yeah, man, I've been well until you said that comment, bro. Until you said that, fly Eagles, fly, bro. I was doing wonderful. Sorry, not. But shout out to you, my bro. Appreciate you vibing with your boy. Have a blessed day. I'm getting off, but yeah, everything is everything, man. Everything is good, man. I'm just thankful, man. Just thankful. But we'll see what happens. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.